Alright gentlemen, it's finally time. Soul Leveling comes out tonight, which means Jinu and Choi are going to be in the game. Which I know some of you guys may have watched the Is Soul Leveling Worth It video yesterday, which if you saw that, you already have an idea of what to expect. But this is going to be my definitive thoughts on both the characters before we finally get them in the game, along with some extra summoning tips and advice that I can give you guys when it comes to this banner specifically, because this is probably going to be the first time I ever recommend doing the thing that I'm going to tell y'all to do. So let's talk about the characters. Jinu and Choi. So we finally got Mr. Aura in the game, Mr. Edge. Some may say the greatest MC of this generation. Some may just look at this man, just instantly want to just... But how is he in GS? Well, in GS, he is just a dark support character with some pretty heavy-hitting attacks. It's very weird because with Jinu or just soul leveling in general, it in theory is going to bring in a lot of new peeps, and the fact that they designed Jinu in a way that is more for veteran players or people who have a bit more established accounts is a little strange to me. It's kind of sad, but literally if you are a brand new player and you get this unit, he's not going to really benefit you, and that's mainly because of how he does his support. His support is specifically only for dark allies, and the fact too that his banner mate isn't dark, it's fire. It's a little weird to me why they separated Igris from him, because that would have been the perfect setup for his banner. So no lie, if you do get this character, the only thing he's going to be doing for you as a brand new player is pretty much tons of damage and arching and stuff for himself, because the likelihood of you having a dark team is so low. So for new players, hate to burst your bubble, but Jinu is not a new player character. For my vets or people that's been playing the game for the last like 6 months or so, Jinu is more so for us. At the current moment, you know, you can develop a pretty solid team with Jinu, but I do think this team gets vastly better once we get to part 2 of this crossover. Overall, I'm gonna be honest though, unless you plan on getting Igris, it's so hard for me to recommend Jinu, because Igris is kind of the only damage mitigation character that Dark has at the moment, at least on global, if we don't include someone like Gamagori, but he's more of a taunt tank. And then of course we have Albedo, but Albedo really only benefits demons. So Igris is pretty needed for Dark to function now, or just, you know, any offshoot of Mono Dark, at least until we get, you know, more DR characters later on, like Natasha for an example. I just think he's so middle of the road and he relies on the part 2 character. Every single part of me is like, you need Igris to make this guy function. He's gonna still look good without Igris, but he's gonna seem like a completely different character if Igris is beside him. So pretty much this entire part about Jinu is to tell you, if you're summoning for him, you need to get Igris. You really do. Igris is going to complete his team and fill out Jinu's team so well that you're not going to have to worry about, oh, like, do I have this? Do I have that? You're going to be fine as long as you get Igris beside this character. But let me not yap anymore about Jinu. Let's talk about Choi. And I'm gonna be honest, I think this guy is equally as garbaggio as Jinu. I can kind of see what they're doing, but I'm gonna be honest. Look at all this text right here. I'm gonna translate this all to you to a big nothing burger. Not to mention his big button on his super art just buffs up magic equip CT speeds by 100%, which is very strong. But this also is very reliant on the equips you have to make use of the magic equip CT, which further solidifies the fact that this banner is not a new player banner whatsoever, because the first 2 characters from this crossover are god-awful for you if you are a new player. But I doubt that it's going to just be better than what you already own. With all that being said, you may be like, OP, you're going to tell us to skip. And yes and no. If you are wanting to summon on part 1, I say just do the multi and get out. However, if you are someone that is planning, and I don't mean like, oh, I hope I get him. I mean, you are planning on getting Igris. Getting Jinu wouldn't be a bad idea. But as I stated before, Jinu needs Igris to function, but Igris does not need Jinu. So if you just want to run like the soul leveling dark comp, you know, then make sure you get the MC. But if you don't care about that team at all and you just want to get Igris because he's good everywhere, not just in mono dark, then just focus on getting Igris. It's so strange to me, but as the more and more I look at this crossover, it seems like 3 of the characters from it are almost throwaway characters, or just very mid characters, and there's only one god tier unit. Now, if you are a fan of soul leveling or whatever, then this doesn't apply to you. Of course, summon for who you want, you know, your faves or whatever. But if you are specifically looking after the metagame, you do not need this first banner. I'm gonna be honest, you aren't missing anything. But part 1, absolute dog water. Let me know below if you're going to be summoning for soul leveling or not. Me, myself, I do actually want Jinu because I want to try him out with Igris later on, so we are going to be summoning on this banner tomorrow. So hey, wish me luck in the comment section. Your boy's definitely going to need it. But if you are summoning and you're just looking for Jinu or whoever, I do wish you the best of luck, and if you're not summoning on solo leveling, then I wish you luck on the next summons that you do in any game. But that's gonna be it for this one, man. Thank you all so much for hanging out. If you enjoyed the video, please like the video before you leave, and last but not least, you guys already know, don't forget to drink water.